Can this tiny tag ensure you never lose anything? Let's check it out. Dave Taylor here, and I'm checking out tracking tags. And specifically, I'm looking at the latest from Chipolo. And you might be thinking, oh yeah, I remember that company. They have their own app, and it works really well as long as other people have the app. But you aren't keeping up, because Chipolo has introduced their point system and their spot system. So I have two different point devices. That's these two. And the point system works with Android, and the devices become part of Google's Find My Device network, which means that they are tracked by every Android phone out there, and there's a lot of Android phones. Now, the comparator, of course, is the Apple AirTag, and it's a little bit smaller. And Chipolo also has the Spot, and the Spot network actually goes onto the Apple Find My network too, as if it was an Apple AirTag, but it's from Chipolo. And if you really want the original, they still sell those, and those use the Chipolo app, which can work on Android or iPhone. Got that straight? So they have 3 different families of devices now, and I'm pretty psyched about the point system. So this is the Chipolo One Point, and then this one, which I haven't paired yet, is the Chipolo Card Point. And you're looking at that and you're saying, oh, that's pretty big, but look at how thin that is. This goes in a purse or wallet, and then anytime you're lost track of it or something, push a button on your phone and it'll actually find it. It'll show you where it is on a map. You can even send a sound to it and it'll play a cheery tune. This, the One, is much more for like keychains and things like that, where you just tag it. You literally just like put it on or attach it to a computer bag or a backpack or something, and then all you have to do is go into the Google Find My Device app. Now, they work with something called low-powered Bluetooth, or BLE, and it gives them crazy battery life. The Chipolo One has up to a 2-year battery life. And then when it says that it's low on battery, you just pop it open and put in a standard sort of big chunky watch battery. It's really straightforward and easy to do. They're water resistant, so if you have this on your keys and they are stuck out in the rain and you find them the next morning, well, aren't you glad you could find your keys? And this is going to help you do that, and this is fine with the water. One great addition is it also offers the ability for you to share devices with other family members or friends. So you can have your car keys, and if you're one of 2 people using that car, both of you can have the same device registered on your Google Find My Device. And it has fast pair. But I don't want to just talk about fast pair. I'm going to show you how fast pair works. So let me go ahead and log in with my Android. This is a Google Pixel 8a. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to push the button on this. Let's see, I think it's down here. And then see, that's already popped up. And here's a close-up. So what it's saying is it's saying Chipolo Card Point. And it is ready to connect. So I'm going to choose connect, and it's connecting. And this is how easy it is to actually work with. Now it says use responsibly, and I'm going to come to that in just a second. This is something that's important, but we'll agree to use it responsibly. And it's adding it to Find My Device. And then in just a couple of moments, it's done. So now I can go into the Google Find My Device app, and I can find this. Now, I'm going to show you some screen captures I have because I decided that I didn't really want to share my home address with you, much as I like you, dear viewer. Didn't really seem that was important. So if I open the app, then it shows me all the different devices that I have, and I can choose, for example, the Chipolo Card Point, which is this. And now let's play a sound. So that's this playing the sound, right? And that makes it super easy for you to find the device. And I can do the same thing with this, but it also shows me its location on a map. So when I paired the Chipolo 1 point, you can see on this capture that I was actually in a different address. And that address I'm perfectly fine sharing with you. And you can see it shows you on a map. Now, where this gets cool is when you're far away because you left this at work or you dropped your keys at the park or something. And then you can go into the Find My Device app and find it. Now, an important caveat is that the way Google's designed their tracking and device system is that Find My Device works great on Android, but you can't get these to show up if you go to the Find My Device via the web browser. So you can't look at it on a computer. Now, what Google says is, hey, no worries. If you lose your phone too, just log into your Google account with a different Android phone, then you can find your devices and you can like play the music and all that sort of stuff. So that works fine. I believe in the near future that Google will actually add these to the web interface because there are some privacy issues because obviously you want to be careful who has access to your tracking. But the benefit is also huge too. Now, let's talk about this whole tracker world, because where this gets creepy is where I create this and then I stick it into someone's car. And now I can track where that car goes and they wouldn't know. But the vendors and manufacturers have all been working really hard to avoid this problem. So when I had the one paired and traveling with me, check out what showed up on my Apple iPhone. And then if I actually tapped on that, it would actually give me a lot of information about this tracker. And it even has the ability to play a sound so I could find the tracker, say, this is not mine. I have a problem and there's someone creepy involved with this. And I probably would just go and fling this in the nearest trash can or something. But whatever it is, you're not completely defenseless. Your phone, Android or iPhone, will warn you if you have a tracker that isn't a known device and that it's still tracking with you. And that becomes really important as a safety mechanism. And that's why earlier in the process, it made that comment or had those couple of paragraphs about using these responsibly. Now, with that aside, I will say I love these things. And I have this actual Apple AirTag lives in my computer bag, and it's not easy to find. I have it tucked away in a corner so that if I ever lose my computer bag, or worst case scenario, someone takes my computer bag, I can just go into Find My on my iPhone and find out where my bag is. And hopefully 99% of the time, it's going to be something where I just forgot it somewhere or I left it in someone's car or something. But whatever the situation, I can find it myself. And then where this also gets interesting is to put one of these in your luggage when you're flying on a plane. And then when they say, oh, we've lost your luggage, you're like, you know, funny, I know where my luggage is. So it's at this airport. Can you call them and ask them to send it to us, please? So I think these are really kind of must-haves. And this tiny device to be able to put in your wallet, absolute no-brainer. So then the question becomes, which device do you need? And I will say that unless you really want to have that original device, having the upgrade to having an OS-specific version is a big win, because the point system, which is what we have here, is designed to work with the entire Android network. So you're going to have much, much better success finding lost devices. If you're more of an iPhone person and you're more into the Apple ecosystem, then the Spot will work as a replacement for the Apple AirTag. So really great options. And there are other companies coming out with these. Samsung's rumored to have one of these tags coming out. At some point, I would imagine Google will release like the Pixel tag or something like that. And Apple obviously has the AirTags, and they've been chugging along for years now. And by the way, this one, I think I replaced the battery over a year ago, and every so often I double check in my iPhone app and it's perfectly fine with the battery. These things last a really long time. So Really cool technology. We do need to talk price. Before we get there, I'm going to ask you to subscribe to my channel. Just click or tap on that subscribe button. Super easy, right? Hit that bell icon for notifications of my new content. And if this was of value, and I certainly hope it was, then go ahead and give me a thumbs up. Excellent. Now, this is the Chipolo One Point, and the word point is really important there. The Chipolo One Point, and it is $28 per unit. And then this is the Chipolo Card Point. Again, the word point is really important here, and this is $35. If you are falling in love with this concept and you're thinking, oh, I should just get a bunch of these, then they also have a combination of 2 of the points and 1 of the cards. You can get all 3 for a special price of $77. All of this is at chipolo.net. I'm a big fan. I really like these devices for tracking my own things. I will tell you, a lot of people I know that have nice cars have one of these hidden in their car so they can track their own car if it ever gets stolen. How nice would that be? You go to get it valet parked and you could just have a quick look and say, oh, don't think that that's the parking lot. Why are they driving my car around the neighborhood? So all of that easily done. Chipolo's done a great job with their packaging. You saw how easy it is to pair a device. It's everything I got. I'm going to go back to tracking my devices. So I'll hope to catch you in my next video.